Hi, how are you doing today? Need anything before we start? Something to drink? Okay. My name is Ava Ledger. I'm with the Missing Persons Unit here at the Lucas County Police Department, and could you do me a favor and state your name for the tape? Thanks. So, go ahead and tell me what you talked to the police about this morning. Alright, thank you, Sharice. If you don't mind, I've got a couple quick questions for you. You said this happened this past Friday night. Just to confirm, this would be the 10th of February? The 13th? Okay. Do you know Taylor's full name? Could you describe her appearance? Okay. Where was her mom during this time? Do you know what their relationship is like? Yeah. What about her father? Where is he right now? What for? So you don't think this could be an issue with either of her parents? Are there any other people in her life that would be capable of doing something like this? Okay. Well, I think that's about it for my questions today. We really appreciate you coming to us about this. We'll be getting a search team out there as soon as possible, and in the meantime, we'll keep you updated on everything we find. Ava, of course. If you'd like to leave, you'll need to check out at the front desk first, which you already know where it is. Yeah, of course. Are we all clear? Yeah. Hey Taylor, welcome back. So to catch you up to speed, we just interviewed Sharice. We didn't tell her about your return, but you're free to let her know after we're finished with everything today, provided she's not responsible in any way. Sorry we didn't get to talk a whole lot earlier, but now this is your opportunity to speak up about who you think might have been involved, what happened, you know, all that stuff. Because it's my job, they're still looking for some sort of confirmation. Apparently, this guy filed a missing persons report for someone around the same time she did, with a very similar physical description to one of the victims she identified. Whatever he says would have to be a pretty big resemblance for us to take it seriously. Either way, I just gotta get through this interview. You already told me that. Just bring him in. Hi, how are you doing today? We'll get there in a second. Anything you need before we start? Water? Water? My name is Ava Ledger. I'm with the Missing Persons Unit at the Lucas County Police Department, all the way up in Ohio. Could you please state your name for the tape? Well, we're currently investigating the sudden disappearance.
Yes!
Please calm down, sir. We're investigating the disappearance of some individuals across the U.S. on the 10th of February, and we have reason to believe you might have testimony that supports this. I'm aware that you already spoke to the local police about this. Alright. Well, your testimony is very valuable to us, and we appreciate you being here today. Could you tell us the name of the person you saw disappear? What was her appearance? Could you give us a quick rundown of what you told the police on the 11th? Parker, is what he said true?
My friend is missing,
Parker,
and you're just gonna mock me for it?
Parker, please sit down. You, get the hell out.
Sure thing.
I'm really sorry about that. Please, continue. What happened afterwards? What were you two arguing about before she disappeared? Who's we? Have you told them about it yet? Well, with our limited knowledge thus far, we can't confirm nor deny your innocence. But if everything that you said is true, then rest assured we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Your answers will be very useful in our investigation, and whenever you're ready, I can call an officer to escort you out. Can we get someone to escort Parker out, room 4? Someone other than Officer Getz, please? Wow. Hey. Could you send me the info we have on the other victims on the Taylor case? Hi, how are you doing? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Need some water or anything before we start? Alright. My name is Ava Ledger. I'm the lead investigator with the Lucas County Police Department. Could you do me a favor and state your name for the tape? Yeah, that's good. You know why you're here today, Garrett? Testify about what specifically? And what was the day you last saw her? Okay. Before we start on that, would you mind briefly describing your relationship with her? I meant relationship in a more personal context. Now, could you describe the last moment you saw her? Whatever's fine. How did her students react? So what did you do? Why didn't you think it was a big deal? You don't think any of her students could have heard her leave through the back exit?
You want to?
No, your answers are incredibly valuable to us. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. That's what we mainly wanted to ask you about. Would it be typical of Amelia to leave her class without notice? Why is that? Okay. Well, we appreciate you being here. The officer outside can direct you to the exit. Good. We finally got someone who's there. I guess I was just hoping for something a bit more concrete. Well, Taylor's identified 3 other victims, and since then, one of them's come back. Only problem is that we've been trying to get him in for weeks, but he's not budging at all. Hope so. This case already doesn't have many legs to stand on. Ain't over till it's over. Alright, we're recording. Yeah, let her in. Hey, how you doing today? Would you like anything before we start? Water? Okay. My name is Ava Ledger. I'm the lead investigator with the Lucas County Police Department. Before we start, could you please state your name for the tape? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need you to speak up a little bit. Thanks. You know why you're here with us today? Well, we're currently investigating the sudden disappearance of several individuals across the U.S. on the night of February the 10th. We believe one of these people may have been Bryce Hanson. Do you know Bryce? Well, we think that... Did you want to say something? We know, but we're led to believe something may have happened to him on the 10th of last month. You two work together, right? And do you ever see him outside of work? Do you remember him being absent from work after the 10th? How long was he gone from work? You don't need to apologize for anything. You're helping us a lot by being here. We've been trying to get an interview from him for a couple weeks now, but he's refusing to speak with us. Do you have any idea why he might be avoiding us? Have you noticed his behavior change at all before and after he was absent? How so? That's okay, take your time. Has he mentioned anything about what happened while he was gone? Nothing about asking to be interviewed? Okay. Well, we really appreciate you being here, Kylie. I think that's all. One more thing, actually, off the tape. Do you think you could convince Bryce to get an interview with us? It would really help us a lot for our case. That's okay. She's ready to go. It ain't over till it's over. Bring number 16 in. Hey, how's it going? Anything I can get for you right now? Some water? Okay, my name is Ava Ledger. I'm the lead investigator with the Lucas County Police Department. Could you please state your name for the tape? Alright, do you know why we've called you in today? We're currently investigating the sudden disappearance of several individuals across the U.S. on the night of February the 10th. We've called you in to hopefully give testimony.
I'm sorry.
We're led to believe that your son, Charlie Howling, disappeared on the night of February the 10th, along with several others. We wanted to ask...
Who told you my son?
One of our witnesses claims to have seen an infant tomato with her during captivity.
Who?
And the witness would prefer to remain anonymous. After being shown a series of photos, she identified your son as a potential victim. Do you know where your son is now? Where were you on the night of February the 10th? I'm sorry, that information
Because you said you're...
She described the baby as being no more than a year old.
There's over...
Our witness identified your son in a series of photos.
Out of what? You're really cracking the case with this one.
Please calm down, ma'am. I don't want to be here any longer than you do. Let's just finish this up. On the night of February the 10th, is there any possibility that you lost track of your son's whereabouts that night? Is there any possibility that you lost track of your son's whereabouts that night? Well...
No!
You're certain you tucked him in that night? And you saw him there the next morning? Nothing about his behavior was strange or out of place? Alright. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us. Your answers were very valuable to this investigation, and my colleague outside will help you sign out. Bring number 17 in. Hey, you doing good? Want me to get you some water or anything before we start? Okay. Do you know why we've called you in today? Right now, we're investigating the sudden disappearance of several individuals across the U.S. on the night of February the 10th. Oh, congratulations. Okay, you know why you're here? We just, wanted to know if you knew anything about his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? Completely normal? You don't have any information that might be useful to us? Alright, thanks for talking with us. Well, thanks for talking with us, Owen. Whenever you're ready, we can get you checked out. We're all done. Yep.
These are the closest matches?
Yeah.
No.
None of them?
Like I said, I don't think they're from here.
Are you positive?
Ava, I told you about the base, right?
Are you sure that's what you saw?
Yes! Normal people do not retract their limbs into themselves. I'm not making things up.
I don't know about this case, Tay. We just talked to our last lead. We've got no one else.
That's it? What about all our family members?
We don't even know if half the people you identified were actually there. I'm sorry. From the testimonies we did get, they seemed just as confused. We don't have a location, we've exhausted all our suspects, and just... Why? Why would he bring you back of his own accord?
Because I lost? It's because I lost.
I'm really sorry, honey. I don't know what to tell you. This is just too weird. If we had even a small idea of what this was about, we wouldn't be making this call.
Thank you for all the work you've done.
Oh, of course. I'm getting paid to do it. I'm sorry this happened to you. I wish I could have given you some closure.
It's fine.
Is it fine?
It is what it is.
What's your mom make of all this?
She's mostly just confused. I don't really blame her. I think she just feels a little bad that this happened, like, the one time she was out of town for a while.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And your dad?
Oh, I haven't told him yet.
No?
No, I'll tell him eventually. He's got his own problems right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like last week he told me he got a new cellmate with this guy that nobody likes, and so he's like bribing the other guys to switch them around and stuff. He talks about it like he's participating in like jail politics, which is like insane. But I mean, he seems to be doing fine. I guess when you've got like nothing better to do, you'll find anything to occupy yourself.
Yeah,